Hello, and welcome to EDTC 5354, Facilitating Online Learning Environments. I'm Julie Ward, and I'll be your co-instructor for this semester. Dr. Credence Baker will be teaching as well, and you'll get to meet her in our synchronous session next week. When you open the course from Blackboard, you're going to come to the course homepage. And I've got this on student preview mode, so you can see exactly what you're going to see in the course. You'll open it to a welcome message like this one. Every week this will change, and it'll just give you an overview of what we're going to do for the week and kind of go through exactly what the expectations are and what you're going to be learning about. Each week this message will change, and then we'll place that week's message into the archived weekly messages when we put a new one up for the next week. So you'll always be able to go back and see what we've done or what week we did something specific if you have questions about that. I'm going to walk you through the layout of the course first, and then we'll go through some individual items within the course. So over on the left-hand side of the page, you'll see the navigation menu. We're on the course homepage now. Then there's a course information link. That's going to include the syllabus, the course map, and the course schedule. Instructor information, that includes information about Dr. Baker and myself. Our weekly modules, that's where the kind of meat of the course is. You're going to go in there each week and find all of the information you need to complete your deliverables for the week. The Google Plus community, that's where we're going to be able to introduce ourselves and ask questions about the course. There's an assessments link, which is just that, all the assessments for the course. A mail link, which allows you to email people in the course, including Dr. Baker and myself. And then you can check your grades. There's some resources and always Blackboard help. So now we're going to go into a few of these links and see what information is contained within. So first off, the course information link. Like I said, it includes the syllabus, the course schedule, and the course map. And those are three documents that you really want to either save to your computer, or you can pull them up anywhere that you have an internet connection. If those change, we will re-upload them. We hope that there aren't any changes, but of course, if there are, we'll re-upload the most current version. Underneath that, there are goals for the semester. And so, of course, our goal is for you to succeed, and we want you to develop competency in facilitating effective online learning environments. To meet that goal, you have to prepare each week best practices for teaching techniques that promote critical thinking, group interaction, and inclusion and collaboration. And you'll be expected to actively engage in a variety of activities and readings to facilitate your growth into successful online teaching. So although this is an online course, we do expect a lot of engagement and activity with us, your instructors, and your classmates. Once you're finished, we hope that you'll be able to articulate an instructor's role in an online learning environment, articulate a student's role in an online learning environment, identify and apply theories of effective pedagogy for an online learning environment, estimate tasks and time commitments needed, develop and apply appropriate strategies, role play to develop appropriate strategies, and role play to apply appropriate strategies for managing time, workload, and administrative issues related to teaching effectively online. Some of the participation expectations, as far as us, your professors, you can expect us to be accessible to answer your questions, be responsive to emails and other forms of correspondence, model an appropriate and professional tone in all forms of correspondence, provide you with substantive feedback on your work in an appropriate and timely manner, and to serve as a neutral voice for group members involved in collaborative efforts. We are available. We have office hours, and via email, one of us, we like you to copy both of us, because if one is available and one's not, we'll definitely get your questions answered. We also have the Google Plus community, like we discussed, so that you can put a question out there, and if there are students online that know the answer, or if Dr. Baker or I see that question, then we're able to answer it there as well. So we really try hard to be as available as possible, and through different forms of technology, it makes it a lot easier than having to come see us at the office or call us during office hours. So we hope that you'll take that into consideration, and that's a useful resource for you. As a participant, your expectations are to seek out assistance and resources to help you reach your learning goals in the course, to invest adequate time to complete all assignments and activities in a substantive, thorough manner, meaning don't wait until the very last minute. Log in and participate in the course early in the week and frequently. Again, don't wait until the weekend to start. Communicate with your professors, classmates, and small group members with respect and professionalism, and to assist and encourage your fellow classmates to expand your learning community. Some expectations of time commitment and investment. Each week's module presents new information and opportunities to learn about various teaching strategies. The amount of time you need to complete a weekly module will differ from week to week. Each week, you'll be provided with a suggested amount of time to dedicate to the learning activities. You'll get out of this class what you put into it. So don't wait until the last minute to complete your work, because it shortchanges you, your fellow students, and your professors. Giving yourself ample time throughout the week to review, internalize, and apply what you're learning demonstrates your maturity as a lifelong learner. Again, we can't stress this enough. If you wait until the last minute, you're putting a lot of stress on your group members and yourself, because although we like to be as available as possible, we do try to set aside the weekends for our families. So if you wait until the last minute and you have lots of questions, it's going to be a lot less likely for us to be able to respond in as timely of a manner. So make sure that you dedicate some time during the week to try to log in and at least look over everything, especially if your group members are working early on. You want to make sure that you keep up the same pace. Some common terminology and tools used in our course are listed here. Blackboard Learn is the learning management system that we use at Tarleton. An LMS is a learning management system. Moonwalking there, if you've been in any courses with Dr. Baker and myself, you'll see that that is an opportunity to go beyond the minimum requirements by pursuing more information and refining your skills with personal research. The Soft Chalk lesson is an interactive web page designed to present the course content. Again, if you've taken courses with us, you've seen those before. Twitter is a social and professional networking site where you can share and consume small bursts of current information in 140 characters or less. We have a class hashtag, which is hashtag EDTC 5354, and we hope you'll use that throughout the course. The hashtag symbol identifies keywords and trending topics in a tweet. The Google community, that's the Google Plus community I've talked to you about, and that's a closed group for our class to converse, share resources, and ask questions. The virtual hallway, which is also the Google community now. We've dedicated that for you to ask questions and share resources. And then a weekly module is a sequential order of content that you'll be provided with on a weekly basis to advance through the course. Going down the list, the instructor information. You'll find information here about Dr. Baker and myself, our office hours, where we're located, our telephone numbers. Email is probably the best way to reach both of us, and all of that's included there. You'll see some tweets and Dr. Baker's Vita and research information at the bottom. The weekly modules link, like I said, that's kind of the meat of the course. You just see week 1 right now because that's the introduction. We open these on a weekly basis. So every Sunday night at 11:59, so really it's for Monday morning, you will have a new week open, and we open those sequentially, and so every week you'll be able to see the new week and the previous week's material, but we don't open the whole course at one time. Each week's module is different. There may be several different topics and different information included in the modules. There's usually a soft talk lesson and a quiz or a key point entry, so you'll see that on a weekly basis. The Google Plus community, I'm going to go ahead and click on that. It's going to take you out to our Google Plus community, and initially you're going to introduce yourselves, and so you can see my introduction has already been completed here, and then you're going to introduce yourselves. As we progress through the course, as you enter something, you just click on it, you type in what you want to enter. When you click post, then it'll ask you what topic. And so right now we have an introduction topic and a course questions topic. So if you have course questions, you can just select that topic. Most people have it selected so that all the posts show. You have options to preferences to get course notifications. So if you have Google Plus communities on your mobile device, you can get notifications when somebody posts to the community. You by no means have to do that. I keep mine on so that I can see when you guys post something in case it's a question, and I try to answer that as quickly as possible, as does Dr. Baker. If there are students who know the answers to some of these questions, then we love when you guys can help each other out. That's a great learning experience and some networking opportunities as well. So I hope that you guys find this as rewarding as we have in the past. I'm going to go back over to the Blackboard modules. The assessments link, that's going to be the weekly assessments as far as quizzes. So the week 1 quiz is what you're doing now. It is the Play Pose It quiz that you're taking. Weeks 2, 4, 6, 9, and 11 are Check Your Understanding quizzes. They are Blackboard quizzes. So you'll take those in those specific weeks. The other weeks have key point docs or interaction with experts, and then the final philosophy doc as well. The mail link, this is a neat tool because it allows you to create a message, and it gives you a list of everyone in the class. So if you click 2, you'll see everybody in the class, and you'll also see beside Dr. Baker and myself, you'll see that we are instructors of the class. So this gives you the ability to send us messages through Blackboard, or send your group members messages if there's someone in the class, and you can do that from here. You can carbon copy, you can blind carbon copy, and then there's the ability down here to type your information and even add an attachment if you'd like. And that gives you a way to kind of track it as well, because you'll have items in your sent folder at that point if you send messages. We will send messages through here. We will send messages to you. You can also email us at our Tarleton email, but we prefer that you use Blackboard for all course messages, just so that we have that same tracking, that we can see what went on in the course. There are some things that you'll have to email to our Gmails, and those will be noted in the course. You'll be given our Gmail addresses, and anything that has to go to those email addresses will be noted as you progress through the course. The other links are My Grades. There's not going to be anything there right now, but that's where you can check your grades after we grade a deliverable. You can go in and kind of see a running average of your grades. The resources link provides some resources about the class. There's some different links in here. It gives you they're all named exactly what they're going to take you to, so you can use those. And then the Blackboard help link, that's going to take you out to some specific Blackboard help. There is a phone number you'll find in the syllabus that will give you the Blackboard help desk number. They have extended hours beyond what the regular help desk has. So if you have Blackboard help, then you'll call the Blackboard help desk. If you have login issues as far as the computer and that sort of thing, then the help desk is who you'll call, and that number is also in the syllabus. Kind of moving over to that, speaking of the syllabus, we're going to go back into the course information tab, and we're going to pull up the syllabus. If you just click here, it's going to bring up a PDF version of the syllabus. So again, you're going to see some contact information at the top. You're going to see our goals, what we hope for you to take from the course description, the course goal. And I'm not going to read this to you. You guys can read through this. It's great to print out, or like I said, save it to your computer so you have it readily available. Some of the learning outcomes, there's knowledge and skill outcomes here. The required text, I hope you've received that already. It's the Stavardis text. It's Effective Online Teaching, Foundations and Strategies for Student Success. And the ISBN number is here because there are couple different volumes, so you're going to want to make sure you order the correct text. If you've gotten the wrong text, we will try to work with you on that. There have been people last year who did order the newer version, and it's not exact on page numbers and such, but we will try to work with you so you don't have to buy a second textbook. The entrance competencies, there's no prerequisites, but you do need some basic information literacy, time management, reading, writing, and communication skills. The writing proficiency statement, that is a Tarleton State University statement, and it is, if you've taken any graduate classes, you're expected to use APA format and write in a technical format throughout the course. Spelling, punctuation, and grammar is always very important. If you're writing within Blackboard, you might want to use Word or another word editing tool and do a spell check, because within Blackboard, when you're posting like in an email or discussion post, then there's not always that option. And on your documents, we do check for spelling and punctuation, grammar, and that sort of thing. So make sure that you run those tools before you submit anything. Methods of instruction. This course is completely online, so there's no physical face-to-face meetings. We will use Zoom and meet synchronously a couple times throughout the course so that we can get some names with faces and talk with each other if you have questions, and just to kind of put all the group members in with one another. You may converse with your groups or with classmates outside of those sessions, but we like to at least get to meet everyone virtually, face-to-face, and put some faces with names for ourselves. Here's the Blackboard Help Desk number that we discussed. They're open until 10 p.m. most evenings. They have some extended hours. They also have a tech spot person in the library learning commons. So it's on that main floor of the library. There is someone there who can help you, and there's also technical help there as well if you're on campus ever. There is the Blackboard Learn tutorial. Our student-professor interaction, like I said, contact us anytime via the mail tool within Blackboard, and within the class Google community for faster response and for questions that other students can benefit from. You may call us or use Google Hangouts or Zoom during office hours if you don't live close. And you can always email us through Blackboard, and we will answer you. It's typically within 24 to 48 hours. We try to get to that as soon as possible because we know that your time is valuable and you're working probably around jobs and families and other things that life throws at us. So we do try to answer you as quickly as possible. The evaluation for the course, it's a 100-point grading scale, so that's pretty simple and it's listed there. The grading system statement, there are now F0, FX, and F grades, and it explains what those are. So if you stop coming to class, if you never attend the class, which you wouldn't be reading this probably, or if you did not pass the course but attended the entire semester. So there are some differences in the F grades, and hopefully none of you will have to worry about those. As far as the assignment of grades, we have small group key point contributions are 25% of your grade. Participation in the synchronous sessions, that's 15% of your grades. Class discussions is 10% of your grades. And the philosophy of online teaching Google document, that's 30%. So that's a very large percentage of your grade overall. So make sure you take that seriously and put some time and commitment into that philosophy of online teaching. We want you to do that with all the deliverables in class, but really notice that that is 30% of your grade. So that can essentially fail you for the class if you don't participate or don't do well on that philosophy of online teaching document. And then self-assessments and the comprehensive final exam is worth 20% of the total grade. There are descriptions of the course deliverables here. Small group key point contributions in this class, you'll be creating key point statements in a small group, which we will assign. You guys will do it in a shared Google Doc. So all individual group members will be expected to contribute related resources and commentary, and you'll turn it in as one cohesive document that all of you have participated in. The participation in synchronous sessions, we will have 2 required 1-hour synchronous sessions in the course. One session will occur at the midpoint of the semester involving the entire class, and the other will occur towards the end of the semester involving your small groups. There is also one next week that is optional, so note that that's just if you want to pop in and ask any questions or meet us, and That'll be on in your weekly module this week. You'll choose some good times that you'll be available next week. But again, that one is optional. The other two are required. So those do go into that percentage of your grade. Class discussions, we will have 3 asynchronous discussion threads that you must contribute to this semester, and those are going to be in the Google Plus community. Those are kind of accountability discussion threads at the midpoint, and the final discussion is an interact with the experts activity, and you'll find out more information about that towards later on in the course. The philosophy of online teaching, shared Google Doc. You'll create a Google document and you'll contribute to every other week to develop a philosophy of online teaching over the duration of the semester. We will go and provide you with feedback comments along the way. You'll also get feedback from your fellow group members. The self-assessment and comprehensive final, you'll take self-assessment quizzes over the assigned reading every other week, and then you can take those quizzes as many times as you like. We like for you to score a 90 or better. Our semester will culminate with the final exam that covers all aspects of the course. So some notes here, there is no extra credit in the course. So if you miss something or don't do well on something that you can't take again, we do not provide extra credit. Requests for incomplete grades, except in emergency or other extreme circumstances. Any requests for an incomplete grade in this course must be approved by the professor prior to the last week of classes. Where possible, requests should be submitted in written form and must include an address and/or telephone number where you may be contacted throughout the following semester. Tarleton State University uses the grade of K on transcripts and grade reports to identify incomplete grades. Just be sure to communicate with us if something arises that's very unexpected in an emergency situation that's going to cause you to not be able to complete the class, and so you don't get a failing grade on your transcript. The syllabus serves as an instructional and study planning document for both students and faculty. Although every effort will be taken to complete the semester according to the syllabus, it may become necessary to make certain changes to facilitate class needs. In such an event, changes will be announced through normal class communication channels, and you will receive written notice within 1 week of the change decision. So be sure to check your Blackboard mail and the Google Plus community. We may do Blackboard announcements, which will pop up as you log into Blackboard as well. Submitting deliverables. There is no provision for making up a missed assignment in the graduate level course, so be sure to get it in early to avoid missing deadlines. This is a major tenet of professionalism. Forgetfulness, procrastination, chaotic lives, technical problems, and thunderstorms are not valid excuses. If you experience problems with Blackboard, please call the help desk, and the number is listed there. Again, if you try early in the semester, early in the week with your weekly module, then you won't have to worry about any of this, because if you wait until the weekend and you have internet issues or something's not right, you have questions, and we're not available, then you're going to miss turning in an assignment and miss that opportunity for those points. The course topics outline is listed here. The overview and introduction is week 1, which we're in. The week 2 is online learner and online learning environment. It kind of goes down through here. I won't read these to you. Spring break is right midpoint in the class, and then we come back and we go through to week 15, which is the final exam. There are some Tarleton statements listed here: the Americans with Disabilities Act statement, standards of conduct and academic honesty, professionalism, computer usage policy, and library support. And that wraps up our syllabus for the course. Underneath the syllabus is the course schedule. This gives you a more detailed version of what to expect each week. So we're in week 1, and although classes start on the 17th, we do begin on Mondays, so we put the 16th on there, and it'll go until next Sunday at 11:59 p.m. It breaks down what's due each week, or what your deliverables are, what you have to do for the week to succeed in the course. So there's a course overview, the Blackboard 9 orientation, student profile interest survey, set up and share your Google document, your introduction discussion, and then your check your understanding quiz, which is this Play Post-it quiz that you're taking now. Week 2, you start reading your chapters of your text. You'll take another check your understanding quiz. You'll contribute to your philosophy Google Doc. there's a soft talk lesson, and that's when the optional synchronous session will occur, so that you can pop in and meet Dr. Baker and myself. And if you have any questions, you can feel free to ask, maybe meet some of your classmates and such. So there is a survey asking what days and times would be good for you for that optional synchronous session. We usually offer a couple because we know everybody, it's hard to get everybody at one specific time. So we offer a couple, that way you can pop in and meet us and ask any questions you may have. Week 3, you're going to watch an assigned video and contribute to the group key point document. Week 4, so it kind of goes every other week. So week 2 is chapters, week 3 is a video and your key point. Week 4 again is chapters and contributing to your philosophy Google Doc. There is a quiz and a soft talk lesson, and then in week 5, you are again watching a video and contributing to the group key point. The group key point is different from your contribution to your philosophy doc. So the philosophy doc is yours, you contribute to that yourself, and the group key point is what you're contributing to with your small groups. Week 6, you're going to read chapters 7 through 10, take a quiz, contribute to your philosophy doc, and look at the soft talk lesson. Week 9 is a video in the group key point. I'm sorry, week 7 in Blackboard 9. Week 8 is the midpoint synchronous session. So that one will be a required synchronous session and the class accountability discussion. Followed by spring break, which is March 13th through 19th. And there is no class that week, so you have the week off. There will be no weekly modules, nothing due. You have the complete week off. We will come back fresh from spring break to week 9, and that will be reading chapters 11 through 14, taking a quiz, contributing to your philosophy doc, and a soft talk lesson. Week 10 is watching a video and contributing to your key point doc. Week 11 is chapters 15 through 18, the check your understanding quiz, contribute to your philosophy doc, and a soft talk lesson. Week 12 is watching an assigned video and a final contribution to your group key point. In week 13, we changed up a little bit. You're going to ask questions and get answers in a session with the experts. So we'll invite some experts to the course, and they will chat with you about any questions you may have over facilitating an online learning environment. You'll finish your first draft of the Philosophy Google Doc that week. Week 14, you're going to have a small group synchronous session, and we're hoping to use VoiceThread for this, so you're able to talk to your classmates in a different form of communication. VoiceThread is a really neat tool, and we'll talk to you more about that later on in the semester. Final revisions to the Philosophy Google Doc based on peer feedback. So these last few weeks are changed from that every other week a little bit because you're kind of finalizing everything to wrap up the semester. Week 15, our final week, you're going to submit your final version of your philosophy document and take your final exam. So we will wrap up everything by May 7th, and you'll have everything that you need to succeed in the course throughout the course. And this provides a little bit of a course schedule for you to kind of look and see specific points of information and when they're due. There's other important spring dates at the very bottom. Tuesday, January 31st is the last day to drop with no record. Wednesday, March 27th is registration for summer and fall. We will send out an email to all of our advisees when that happens to remind you and kind of get you prepared and see if you have any questions. The weekend of May 12th through the 16th is the spring 2017 commencement. Monday, May 8th is final grades entered into DuckTrack. So everything will be done and entered by that Monday, May 8th for this semester. And that wraps up the course schedule. Underneath that is the course map. And this is a neat little visual that Dr. Baker created. If you've taken classes with us, you've seen these before. It says each week, and it's just got what's due each week. So if you're a visual person, you can kind of go through. We've got it listed in the syllabus one way, on the course schedule, kind of in a bullet point type format, and then this course map that gives you a way to just kind of look and see what exactly do I have to do, and it progresses throughout the course. So again, I've listed everything that we're going to do from the course schedule. This says the same thing, it's just in a little bit different format. So we're just going to kind of scroll down through here. It's kind of a personal choice as to which one works best for you, but we provide all of them. That way you have some options. And we've just listed everything that you do in each week. And so weeks 4 and 5, they're combined if their weeks are combined within the modules. And several of the weeks are combined because of how we do the every other week with the key point docs and your philosophy docs. So you'll see that here. Week 8 is the midpoint check-in. We say when spring break is. And again, you're able to take that off. We come back with week 9 and 10, the importance of presence in an online learning environment. And then 11 and 12, the strategies for online course management. Wrapping up the last few weeks of the course, week 13, we're going to interact with the experts and each other. You're going to have time to finish up your philosophy Google Doc. And then week 14, you're going to get feedback from your peers, final revisions to your philosophy, and a synchronous group session. And then week 15, the comprehensive final exam. You'll submit your final philosophy of online teaching and the final exam. So this is a nice visual. If you are a visual person and like to see it in this format, we provide all 3 for you. They're all found under that same tab, and we hope that that is beneficial for you. So that is kind of an overview of the course, an overview of how to navigate through the course in Blackboard and how to contact us, what's going to happen in the course. We hope this has been beneficial, and we look forward to working with you this semester. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to contact us, and be sure to copy both of us if you email so that one of us can answer you as quickly as possible. Have a great semester.